Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's soap, I'm going to be using Sea Spray, which is one of the 5 fragrance oils in the special line of fragrances that I helped to create with Fizz Fairy. And if you smell the soap, it is your typical beautiful ocean type scent, but better. There's a little bit of citrus in there. So while it does have the freshness of your typical ocean scent, it has a unique twist to it that I personally fell in love with. But because I already have a soap on my line that has ocean vibes, and that is my Georgian-based soap, I decided that this would be a great fragrance oil to try to capture what it felt like when Kale and I passed over the Rockies when we took a big road trip to see his family in Olympia, Washington. And while I had a whole design in mind, it didn't quite go exactly how I planned, and you'll find out why. So without further ado, I'm going to stop talking about it and show you exactly what happened. So the top note of this is citrus with middle notes of floral, orange blossom, with bottom notes of ozone and musk. And all of those fragrance notes together complement each other so well. So for the blue waters of Lake Louise, we are using Caribbean blue mica. And this blue-green is actually the color that Lake Louise is during the summer months. And for the mountains and evergreens, we have here shimmery emerald green mica and superstar blue mica, which looks like a steely gray. Superstar blue has just the littlest hint of blue in it, which makes this mica so interesting to look at. And shimmery emerald green is such a deep, gorgeous green color, and I'm interested to see how this looks in cold process soap. And then you have the beautiful skies of the Rockies. We are going to be using the same Caribbean blue mica, just a little bit less of it so that it's lighter, and we're going to mix that with some titanium dioxide, which I dispersed in some light oil in this little container here. And to top it off, we are going to be using this beautiful glitter called Christmas Glory from Breaking the Mold YYC. You can see how there's little bits of green and silver, and even though this is a Christmas glitter per se, I think it still fits with the whole Rockies theme. And our mold today is going to be Winston and Water's beginner mold. Because I haven't made the soap before, I want to make sure that everything goes correctly. And this is the perfect mold for that kind of soap trial run, because not only does it make a much smaller batch of soap, but it also makes the same size of bars that my really long Winston and Water mold makes. So I'm gonna go ahead and start making this soap. So what we have here are my melted oils and butters. We have my liquid oils, and then we have over here my lye and water solution. So we're just going to combine everything together and emulsify them until they reach a very thin trace. Now we're going to add our lye solution. And right now these oils and lye have cooled down. They're pretty much room temperature. And now we're just going to blend everything together using my stick blender. This is our first layer. This is going to be the blue waters. We're going to add a little bit of that fragrance oil and then start it blending. So we're going to start to pour. Just gonna scrape that out. This is our Lake Louise layer. Now this fragrance oil seems to be behaving really good, so I'm gonna add the rest of it to my big soap batch over here, just to get it going a little bit longer. So I'm just gonna pour it right in. And I'm going to disperse it by giving it a nice stir. Man, this smells amazing. Next, we're going to pour it into our containers here. It's going to be our different colors. I'm gonna leave a littlest bit for the white. And now we're gonna add our green. It's gorgeous deep green color. Now this beautiful blue, which I hope turns out a more grayish color, and just a littlest bit of this Caribbean blue. So we have the pale blue sky here. All right, we're now going to blend everything together. Beautiful. All right, so we have our pale blue and then our mountain and evergreen colors. So we're now going to pour them into here. Let's get you in a little closer. Okay. So first we're going to do our, actually let's do them, no, let's do green. Go in like that, back and forth. Now we're going to take our gray color and go back and forth. And that's going to be it for now. We're going to give that a swirl. And we're going to go in again, this time empty out the rest of our colors. This time we're going to be adding our blue on top. And now we're going to add our second layer of swirls. We're just going to scrape these guys into the mold. And last, we're going to have our beautiful white color. It's setting up a little bit faster on me, so let me quickly add my white. I'm going to hand mix it all together to incorporate that white color. Now I'm going to pour it into the mold. Get that white color in. I'm going to swirl it. Going to tap it. Now we're going to start to shape it just the littlest bit, but only after we add the rest of our white. You can add just the littlest bit more. Yep, okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to start to shape the soap, so make the littlest waves. I'm gonna go in from the other side. And with the remainder of this white soap, get as much of it out as I possibly can. I'm just going to top off this soap here. And I find this such a fun way to finish off soap, because you get that frosted top look without having to pipe the soap on. Just gonna clean up the sides the littlest bit. Now we're going to swirl our tops while it's still a little bit liquid with our swirling tool. Nope, hold on a second, let's clean up those sides just a littlest bit. Went a little. We are not quite done. So we're going to add this beautiful glitter on top as the final touch. And there we go. So here is the fresh poured soap and it smells amazing. This soap behaved really well. It did start to thicken at the end, but that's perfect for me because I like to create these really fun textured tops. And I think that this glitter really complements the smell really well. I am so excited to cut into it tomorrow to see what it looks like on the inside. And I can't wait to show you guys. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it on a counter to dry overnight and get hard so that I can cut it with my soap cutter, and I will come back when that is ready. So we're back. It is the next day, and this is how this loaf of soap has dried. It's dried pretty well. No discoloration on the white, and it smells pretty darn good. So let's cut into this, and I will show you how it looks on the inside. So this is what the soap looks like out of the wooden part of the mold, and we're just going to release it from the silicone lining. If you guys are curious about the maker of this mold, Winston and Water, this is some of the best molds you can use for soap making. They are beautiful, beautiful molds. And we are now going to get this out. And getting soap out of Winston and Water molds are so easy. So I'm just pulling it forward, and that is our soap right here. So let's go ahead and cut them. So the first thing you're gonna notice is the fact that there is this light brown color here, and I'm guessing that that is the dark green that I used. So it definitely morphed in the soap, resulting in this beige color, but it is not a complete wash. So we are going to start cutting. Bummer about that dark green. I'm pretty shocked that it turned out that way. This is not the color scheme that I was hoping for, which is too bad. Still an interesting combo of colors. We're gonna keep going. I think if I were to remake this soap, I would definitely use a different green. This is actually the first time a mica has morphed on me. I don't think I would recommend this particular green in cold process soap. Beautiful. And even though these are not the colors I initially planned, I still think the soap turned out really pretty. Now, what do we do with oops bars? I get asked this question a lot, and my simple answer to that is I sell them. And one thing I did confirm with this test batch is that this fragrance oil is very compatible in cold process soap. It doesn't cause it to accelerate too quickly. It is a well-behaving fragrance oil, which I am super happy about. And there you go. Here's the final bar, and even though the brown is not what I was hoping for, I was hoping that it would be a green, I still think these bars are gorgeous. And I absolutely do think they evoke a sense of the Rockies through the gray and the white and the pale blue. The more I look at these bars, the more I realize that they really fit the scent of sea spray more than what I was envisioning, because this does look like a very coastal, beachy bar. Still really cool looking. And then the sparkles on the top are a gorgeous touch. Tell me in the comments, what would you guys have preferred? Do you think I should continue making the bar with this color scheme? Or should I attempt to recreate it with this brown be an actual green using a different green colored mica? Please tell me your thoughts because I am so torn right now. The longer I look at it, the more I love it. Oh no. Man, you stare at these things and you try to find patterns in them. It just looks really, really nice. So there you have it, a soap with an ocean type scent that doesn't exactly look like that typical beachy soap where it's blue at the top and brown at the bottom. And although it didn't go exactly how I planned, I still think the end result is absolutely gorgeous. And as you guys saw, Sea Spray soaped beautifully and the scent sticks in the soap really, really well. The samples that I made over a month ago still smell so beautiful and so strong. It's that ocean type scent with that unique citrus twist to it. It smells so good. I'm so proud of it. I have made soap with it. I have made my little bath bears with it. I have made emulsified body butters with it. And I have made my foaming whipped sugar scrubs with it. And they all smell amazing. It's one of my favorites of this line. So if you are interested in getting your hands on it, I have a link to that in my description box below. Thank you so much to Fizz Fairy for collaborating with me on this fragrance oil project. I thought it was so much fun, and these 5 fragrance oils I am so proud of. If you're curious at all about the products that I've made with this fragrance oil, I have that linked in my description box below. It is all of the products that have the word Rocky in the title of that product. And I chose that name, of course, because I now live so close to the Rockies. And if you want the recipe for the soap, as well as some more information about the whole process about this soap, I have that in my Patreon. So if you want to check out my Patreon, there is a link in my description box. And thank you to everybody who has chosen to support me on there. Honestly, that Patreon has been such a great place for me to share my recipes with you guys and also to engage with you guys. So if there are any burning questions that you have and I haven't responded back to you, the Patreon is where I prioritize my responses and me answering things. And I want to throw an extra huge thank you to my bubble BFFs. They are such amazing people, and I am so glad to have gotten to know a lot of you better through your messages and through your kind words and through your support. Thank you to everybody. You guys are awesome. So that is it. If you like this kind of video, give it a huge thumbs up. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so that you never miss a video. And until the next video, keep smiling, keep being awesome, and keep making beautiful, amazing things like ocean soaps that don't look like your typical beach soaps. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.